I think we got to wait till the.
You know what it is, though?
Season's over.
And here's the business part.
You have to wait till the football season is over?
Oh, okay, so here from the business side.
So y'all got to get the fuck out the way?
From the business side of it is when it comes to like fantasy and betting companies, for some reason, football generates more money, right? So like football season, on how everything goes every week, a lot of these companies make a lot of money during the football season. So how they're going to do for the year is depicted on football, not basketball. So no matter how great our numbers are, business-wise, football generates the most money with the fantasies and all of that. So it's not about how great our show is, it's how much money is generated through the sport. We were just an anomaly. No one knew we was going to bust out like we did, right? They had us as basketball, and they had like 9 football shows, and we was outperforming all of them combined.
YouTube, how y'all doing today, man? I'm just getting up, headed to work like I do all the time. And when I'm headed to work, man, I got to do my work. I got to get in my truck and I got to do my work, what I'm saying, my office. But this was something that I've been thinking about for a while. And then I seen a interview the other day, and I was wondering what had kind of happened. And one of my favorite shows I watch on YouTube is the Gil's Arena. Like I done said that before in my videos. I did a lot of videos about Gilbert Arenas and the Gil's Arena. And it's my favorite show. I like the assortment of people he put together. McCants, Nick Young, Gilbert Arenas, Kenyon Martin, Brandon Jennings, all of them. It's like a good assortment of people. And it's like all of them are like brothers, what I'm saying? Kenyon Martin is the big brother that want to beat everybody up. And the rest of them is like brothers that just argue. And I thought it was a good assortment of people because they're all professional basketball players. They all once was a hooper in their league. I think McCants at the lower level of him, but when he came through out of college, he was one of the top diaper dandies, baby, coming to the NBA. You know what I'm saying? They ended up not working out for him because he ended up going to Minnesota. But the rest of them at each sometime in their career have been the star of their team. You know what I'm saying? So, but I was wondering what happened to the show because I hadn't really seen the show on, and I'm always clicking on to watch the show. And I've been starting, and I start seeing another show called The Arena with Skip Bayless coming on. You got the Cole cornerback back in the day used to play for them, but I can't remember his name right now. You got a few people on there, you know what I'm saying, like a new assortment of people, you know what I'm saying, they talk about football. And I seen Gilbert Arenas be on there sometimes. He come on the show sometimes, you know what I'm saying, he'll pop in and out. But I was wondering what happened to the Gil's Arena, because I thought that was one of the biggest shows on YouTube. Like the average views of what they was doing big numbers. I used to click on the views and it'd just be like a day, man, and it'd be a crazy amount of views. And that was on every episode, like one of the hottest shows, sports shows on the internet, you know what I'm saying? But the other day I seen an interview on this guy's show called Low, and it was Gilbert Arenas, the moderator that's on his show, I forgot his name, and Brandon Jennings, and they was talking about, boy was asking the question of what happened to the show, like what's going on with the show.
Okay. So I'll just cut to the chase. Who owns the channel?
50-50.
Oh, okay. Well, it sounds like 49-59. I mean, 51-49.
No. Well, okay. So here was the deal. So, because this is my question.
Okay.
So this was my original channel that I built.
Okay.
When I started podcasting, then went to Fubo, and then because we was on linear, we was on Fubo Network.
It's the same channel from that. It's the same channel from Fubo.
Yeah. No, but I had Fubo create their own channel, and this channel stayed dormant from 2018 to 2023. So basically, what I did is I said, here, we can use my channel instead of going with what was that, Showtime? Just like, what was that first company I was trying to come in?
Showtime Basketball, right?
Yeah, so I said instead of us going on Showtime, I got a YouTube channel, and I said, listen, I'll give you guys 50% of the YouTube channel if you guys fund it. If you guys can have full control, like where it comes to thumbnails, creating, because I didn't know nothing about none of that. So you guys had the infrastructure. You give me the infrastructure, we're good, and that's how it went.
How long does that last?
I'm a free agent, and we're me and Joe free agent this summer. BJ just signed a 2-year deal, right? BJ, you just signed. You got re-up?
Yeah, I signed a 1 year.
Oh, you signed 1 year? Oh, yeah, so we all free agents.
In the summer 26.
Yeah.
Yes.
Damn.
Yeah.
I guess there's other questions that need to be asked, but we won't ask them now.
we can ask, man.
We said enough. We've said enough.
No. Here's the thing is, whatever question you ask, we asking the same thing. We ask the same thing. It was one of those things, man, where when you're sitting here, you're talking about, I'm thinking, listen, we're gonna go 5 days a week. They're gonna start a new channel, and they're gonna do, they can start off at 3 days a week. And I was like, well, we don't spend this kind of money for those guys, and we have y'all big contract. As a business, we're not really making any money off you guys. You guys are doing great, but the sponsorships ain't coming in. For us to pay for the skips and that's we gotta let some of your guys go. You see when you start hearing shit like that, you're like, all right, no, put it on the same channel. Because the last thing I want to do is, you got, Lexi. I can already see the people that are gonna start letting go, and I'm like, not right now, man. We ain't got time for that. We moving. 2-0 down.
I think Gilbert Arenas wanted them questions to be asked because I don't think he could really speak on it. You know what I'm saying? That's why he wanted somebody to ask, so then he can explain what's going on with the show. And then he started telling them how when he was first doing the show, I guess they were trying to put it on Showtime, and then I guess Underdogs came through with a deal for them to do this show. And the show was already blew up to a certain amount, you know what I'm saying? So that's what big companies do. They come through and buy companies, and then they put the infrastructure behind it, and they take it to another level. No big company really want to build a company. If they see something that can be popular and can blow up, a lot of times they'll come through and buy the show. So Gil was talking about how when they did it, he sold 50% of it to Underdog. And I like what old dude was saying, because he's like, it don't seem like 50%. It seems like 49, 51, something like that, Underdog's way, you know what I'm saying? And I always thought he filmed the show in his own house, like in his underground part of his house. So that's kind of weird. That being said, that's kind of weird itself. But he was asking them questions, and he was trying to explain it. He was like, the money Underdog was putting up, without them really being able to talk about basketball right now, they wanted to kind of branch off to football, because you got a lot of sports betting, people that's gambling on these parlays and everything, and it's big gambling when it comes to football. So they wanted to kind of do more of the football show, and I think Gil's Arena get like 3 days a week now, you know what I'm saying, on that end. And it was throwing me out, because I'm thinking, I know Gil owned that. He owned that. Like, he should be able to dictate how they come on, because regardless of if basketball is not as popular as the NFL, you make, that was one of the biggest shows. Your shows still get numbers, because I don't see why you would cancel nothing, not even cancel it, like kind of slow it down, send them on a hiatus for a little bit and not do the show while you're doing this new template of NFL players. But Gil broke it down saying, like, for him to keep, because they would have probably found like 8 people that work on the show if he didn't do that. And he said they're getting paid a whole lot of money to do what they're doing. So he was like, if people can still get paid, we can still get this money we get. I don't have no problem with going 3 days a week. And it was basically saying, it basically seemed like Gil kind of sold a lot of his stock in his show. You know what I'm saying? Got bought out by Underdog, and now Underdog really in control of the show. Because like I started seeing it say the arena. It didn't even say Gil's Arena no more. And I started seeing it, I started noticing like what was going on. But Gil was popping on the show every now and then. And I was thinking in my head that Gilbert Arenas looked at it as, let the football people go right now. I don't know football that well. Let me let the football people push the show right now, because the season is going on. But when he broke it down saying Underdog, and you got all these people that's doing so much sports betting, and the NFL is the cash cow on sports betting, and the viewership that they want to do a football show, and it's Underdog idea to do it like that. And for people to keep getting paid, and he don't gotta lay nobody out from the show, they went to 3 days. And they was joking about it, laughing about it, and I was wondering what happened. And it tells you from the jump, like I don't think Gil's Arena or Gilbert Arenas had to sell any parts of his show. I don't know if he wanted to put the work into the show. Did he just want the money to come through easy? They don't got to do nothing, because it ain't hard to outsource somebody. They can do thumbnails, can edit. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of people can do that. I know Gilbert Arenas got the money to really push the show. Like, he's not gonna go broke, and the show is already popular. Like, I watched a dude say that the show was making $4 million a year just doing the show, just on YouTube alone. And I'm like, I don't see why he couldn't have outsourced and still kept 100% of his company. A lot of times, a lot of these people let people come in and buy their company once it's already built. And I understand that. I see a lot of business people talking about they build companies and then they sell the companies and then they go off and build another company. I was seeing Dame Dash talking about that a lot, and that's what a lot of people that has a lot of money do. They'll come through and buy a product that's already successful and just keep running the product and just keep making money off of it. And that's Gil Arenas. Gil Arenas had built up Gil's Arena to the point where it was like the most popular show. And they say when he got arrested, like his name came off of it. And sometimes you don't know how to take what Gilbert is saying, because he jokes a lot and he plays around a lot. So I don't know if he was just joking about that. But when I seen them on that Low show, you know what I'm saying, talking about it, then I was like, okay, that's what's happening. I was wondering why my favorite show hasn't really been going on, and they had went on a hiatus where you couldn't even see no new episodes when they was doing like an episode almost every day. Because I was watching it every time, and I like doing commentary on Gil's Arena because, like I said, it's a good show. I love the assortment of people they done put together and that he does the show with. But it blew my mind. I didn't know Gilbert Arenas had sold 50% of the show, and he said he did it at the beginning. So the whole time I'm sitting up here thinking, man, Gilbert making that money off that show, man. He got all the sponsorship coming in, and he making all the money. Underdog is really 50% partners. Really, if you ask me, they got to be more than 50% partners, because I don't care if Gilbert Arenas got arrested or anything, or if Gilbert Arenas is sitting on there as a chairman where if he make a mistake or something that's written in a contract, they can override something he done. Because like old dude said on the show, you seem like y'all, like they 51 and you 49, like they have more power to take your name off the show and do all this. And I don't know if they sat down with them and told them, we're putting up the money, this is how we're going to handle it. That's what Gilbert Arenas made it sound like. So I don't know. But tell me how y'all feel about big companies swooping in and giving these people all this money and then taking the company that they build. Like, I think Gilbert Arenas, the way he was running his show, it's no way he couldn't have got $200 million from somebody to sponsor this shit, you know, to really, like, if you're going to sell the show, just go all out and just sell the show and then go build something else. Because a lot of times, in a person like Gilbert Arenas, in a company will buy it, they have a non-compete clause in the contract. So just to say, if Gilbert Arenas would say, hey, y'all take this show, I'm going to go do my own show. He can't even do that. Like, it'll be in a contract that he can't compete against the show. You know what I'm saying? Because his name and who he is and what he done built the show. So if he go off and make another show, it'll take down that show. So sometimes they have a non-compete in the contract where he can't make another show. That's what it seems like to me, if you ask me. Because I know Gilbert Arenas got enough money to do his own thing. So I don't know what was going on. But I kind of got some kind of idea with Gilbert Arenas talking about it, what was going on, because I was wondering what happened to the show. But tell me how you feel about the Gilbert. Do you like the new product? Do you like the new, how the arena is with Skip Bayless? I like that show too, I'm not gonna lie, but I don't like it more than I like Gil's Arena, man. That show right there, I wake up every day looking forward to watching the new topics and the assortment of people, them arguing and Nick Young being a clown and Kenyon Martin bullying, and then McCants getting Gilbert Arenas so angry where they yelling at each other. I kind of missed that theme. And when I watched it today, they was on the day and they was already on there arguing about KD. So that, he should have stayed with that, if you ask me. But that's just my opinion, man. Tell me how y'all feel about the new, how the arena, Gil's Arena look. You know what I'm saying? Do you like the new format? I ain't got no problem with the football, but I don't want them to mess up the old product. Yeah. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm out.